I'm probably going to have to get up in just like 2 seconds because as soon as I was about to hit start on my video to start this, my dog wanted to go outside. So she is currently outside. But she could stay out there and sunbathe. I don't know when she's going to come in, so I'm not sure exactly when I have to shut the door. Anyway, I want this to be more like a sit and chat. Sometimes I wish I could speak. Anyway, I would like this to be more of a sit and chat while I work on this dress. It's a custom order. It's been a custom order for a very long time because I cannot crochet like I used to. So we'll see if I have to actually move on to a different project in this video or if I can keep working on it. My thumb is okay right now. So we'll just work until it's not okay because I don't know how to pace myself. Okay, so when this is posted, I will be on my honeymoon and I want just a video that I'm not going to edit very much at all. I will literally upload the footage, write a description, maybe some tags, and hit post. I'm not trying to edit this barely at all. I really want to talk about Jen Dent, Adam McIntyre, Paige Christie, to a low extent, Evangelina Scott and Peter Mon, but mostly that whole drama that just happened. Unfortunately, unless you spend hours on YouTube, and I mean hours on YouTube, like me, I'm not sure about how to make this video make sense to people who don't spend hours on YouTube. And I do want to try that. I've been wanting to talk to my mom about Gabby Hanna, which is, even though I didn't name her, kind of at the base of this tree. Though Jen Dent made it completely not about Hannah. But especially with Gabby Hanna, there's just so much history to explain before you understand exactly who Gabby Hanna is. And I want to tell my mom about this, and I kind of view maybe these videos that I might start talking about drama, working on a project in between my longer videos or my more craft focused videos as a way for my mom to like to introduce my mom into internet dramas because I'm always like, "Oh, do you know who this person is? Oh my god, well, do you know who this person is? Oh my god, okay, do you know who this person is? Okay, you kind of know who this one is. Okay, so you know how they did this and then this that person is this person did it." So, I'm always like that with my mom trying to explain internet drama. And so I'm hoping that these videos could be more, "Hey mom, watch my video and tell me what you think about that." Also, if you're one of my friends and you want to talk about any of the dramas that, because I watch some dramas and I get fired up about them, or I get super sad about them, or what have you, and I don't feel like I have anyone to talk about because no one else cares about people they don't know. So I could not decide where to start in what I want to say about Jen Dent and Adam McIntyre and Paige Christie. But I figured that until I could figure that out, I could explain some things like what drama channels that I like, what commentary drama channels I like, what how long I've been watching them and that kind of thing. Because I really do like commentary channels. I like deep dives. I don't branch out very much. I've recently branched out a lot. I just started watching Peter Mon probably a little bit before the whole Josh Dave Josh David Evans thing happened with Adam McIntyre, and that was about 4 months ago. Which I know, Mom, you don't know who that is. It's okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Actually, I could tell you really easily because I do know that you know who Colleen Ballinger is, and that Josh David. He goes by all three names. Josh David Evans, I think is his name, and he is Colleen's ex-husband. I'll talk to you about what happened recently later, or I'll make a video about it. Um, and every now and then I'm like, oh, my mom would love Peter Mon. And then I'm like, my mom doesn't have time to watch Peter Mon because he goes on tangents and he goes on more tangents than I do. Jojo, can you close the door? Don't wag your tail at me. You're so cute. I'll close the door. You're such a good girl. You're just a good girl. Oh, she's such a good girl. Okay. Ugh. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sit up for a second. Um, I have, going back to my original point, I have branched out a little bit here recently, but it takes a little bit of following someone before I actually follow them. And I don't really follow Adam, but if there's a video that I see from him on a topic that I'm interested in, I'll hear his opinion. I follow certain topics. If someone's talking about something Colleen did, I'll see if he's made a video because he's really good about being on topic with Colleen. Um, but I know I may have started watching a specific commentary channel before this, but I know that I started watching commentary channel, one specific one, um, at least after June of 2018. In June of 2018, I spent the entire month of June in the hospital because a doctor tried to kill me. And a lot of people think that I'm being dramatic, but we had like a lot of debt forgiven because they were trying not to make they were trying to get my mom not to sue them. And my I would have sued them, but my mom did not want to waste time, that if I died, she did not want to be in court when instead of being by my side, and she did not sue them. But a doctor literally tried to kill me. Went around other doctors in the process. I mean, I don't know how she's still employed. I don't know if she's still employed, but my experience with her did not get her fired, which I am very shocked at based on how and on what she did and how she did it. But a doctor tried to kill me, and I spent a month in the hospital, recovering from her stupidity. Not even stupidity. It was her god um complex. It was her god complex. She thought she was right. Um but after I got out of the hospital, I had injured my hip, and during that month, one of the reasons why I did spend, I mean, it was just one of the reasons why I spent that long in the hospital, but it did not I got septic in my hip. And I know sepsis goes throughout your body, but it originated in that hip injury. And to this day, if I step wrong, that hip will spasm. But luckily I have learned how to try and like avoid that kind of injury to make it spasm a lot. Um, but I was walking in a walker. Like, I was not well after I finally got home. So I was working 39 hours a week at Sally's Beauty, because if I worked 40, they'd have to give me benefits. So I could only work 39 hours. And when I was well, I was doing nails in a salon because I had my nail tech license, but I was still working on my hair license. So I went from working at least 42 hours a week to being in the hospital. I don't remember the month of June very much in 2018 because I kept passing out and I slept a lot. Um, but when I got out of the hospital, I was pretty handicapped. So I went from working 40 hours, over 40 hours a week to not working very much, not being upright very much. So I got really into this one channel called the Illuminati. Illuminati, I believe it was actually. Or was that her vlog channel? I didn't care about her vlog channel, but I loved some of her. I mean, I loved her main channel where she would go in on deep dives of different companies, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool that people can research this kind of stuff." And you know, she had really cool videos about MLMs and just different corporations and like different CEOs that were horrible people and what companies they owned. And I loved this girl's channel. Did not agree with her on everything, but I have always been a I respect your opinion, my opinion's something different type of person. And a little bit later, I discovered Cruel World, Happy Mind, something like that. And if you know the story, you're like, oh, those were some pretty big players. And yeah, turns out the Illuminati was everything that she preached against. Um, as a YouTuber, she owned. I untangled some black knots. No, I untangled some skeins of this black thread this morning. So now I have like fiber in my nose. And when I breathe in, I feel like I'm breathing fluff into my nose. Anyway, um, I just cannot believe the downfall of the Illuminati because as a YouTuber, she had her own brand, of course. She used her um she got into a relationship with a different YouTuber that is much smaller and moved him into his her house and then was complaining that he was treating her like a trophy wife or, a paycheck basically. Don't know if trophy wife is the correct termage there. Um so he like signed things saying that he would pay everything back, and but then she put like an interest on. I mean, she was using her power and status and wealth as a very large YouTuber to actively harm people's lives. She was a part of this one channel where like five different YouTubers would get together and read like Reddit or whatever, or jokes or Tumblr. And she just started charging like insane fees to stay as this group. And when people started to leave because they could not, frankly, afford the fees, she would pay people to find things, dirt on these people, and try to cancel them. To the point of one guy that lives, I believe, in Switzerland, somewhere cold. It was like 2 a.m. for him. There was a predator in one of his discords, and because she was paying people to dig, in on him and stuff, there were people constantly monitoring his discords. The predator was active for 8 minutes before a mod kicked him out, and he was asleep during this time because it was 2 a.m. Illuminati tried to tell everyone that the clique did nothing to kick this guy out of the Discord server, and he didn't answer her calls, and da 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 da. And yeah, because he was asleep and it was already taken care of. Like, the predator was leaving predatory comments, like from the first one to when he was kicked out, for 8 minutes. And it wasn't like this was like a conversation he was trying to have with someone, not leaving abusive texts just for 8 minutes straight. I was very disappointed when I found out all these things about Illuminati, because this is exactly what she preaches against. She talked about James Charles and how he used his power as an influencer to abuse children, which is true. That is true, but she was then using her power to abuse young adults, but it was still people. She talked about CEOs shutting down mom and pop stores, like she wasn't keeping her boyfriend in a relationship because he signed a paper that he would pay her a certain money if he left her, and then use that piece of paper to abuse him in the relationship. And I mentioned Curl World Happy Mind because she did a full on attack of that particular influencer, because that particular influencer DM'd her and asked her, "Hey, some people have talked about how brought to my attention that you have made two different videos with very similar scripts as far as when you say what information, about 2 days after I post the same script. I just want to ask you, hey, are you stealing my content?" And that DM, personal direct message from creator to creator, made Illuminati angry, and Illuminati attacked this creator publicly so hard. And it was just really sad to see, because this was two creators that I really, really liked. And the one creator was like literally everything that she said that she was against. And that was the creator that I liked more, that I found first, that I followed for years. I followed this person before all of this came out. I want to say all of this came out in 2020. Um, so I like stopped watching. I stopped enjoying Cruel Mind, Cruel World, Happy Mind, or Cruel whatever her name is, just because I didn't. I felt like her at some point her content was repetitive. Um, and I was really busy and I had to scale back. And I am no pretty sure my timeline was still right. Yeah, because I was yeah. My timeline was right. Um, I had to scale back. I had my hair license now. I was working a lot of hours trying to build clientele. I opened my own salon in December of 2019, and I think it started to come out that Illuminati wasn't who she seemed mid 2019, like around June. And then how bad it was came out in 2020. But I had to scale back, so I stopped watching Cruel World Happy Mind, and I started watching more drama channels than commentary channels just because sometimes I only had 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and that was a lot easier than 30 to, you know, an hour long video sometimes, which nowadays I'm like, yes, I love that. I'll put it on and crochet or cross stitch or embroider or do earrings or make wind chimes or whatever I'm doing at the second. Um so I started watching Dustin Daly and Nick Snyder during 2019, which is more drama channels. And I still watch those. Those are probably my favorite two drama channels. Um, I started watching Paige Christie after 2020, I think. Um, I'm trying to think about like commentary channels that I watch now. Uh, like I said, between somewhere between drama and commentary is Peter Mon. Um, every now and then I'll catch an Adam McIntyre video. Uh, Evangelina Scott. Again, I don't follow her, but I'll catch a video here or there. Um, Salem Tovar. She doesn't post as frequently as the other people do, but I always love her videos, no matter you know what topic it is on. I'm trying to think. Who else do I follow? As far as following, I think that those are the most people. I'll watch something here or there, every now and then, but depends on who they are or what the topic is on. Um, But yeah, I really do like commentary channels because they are something that I can put on, barely watch, and do something while they're going, but it also makes me feel like I'm body doubling. But also, I might learn something I didn't know about some, subject or whatever. But following them slash drama channels does make it to where I want to talk about something like a topic, and I'm like, no one watches the people that you watch. no one no one cares about XYZ. I don't have a great many friends. I have really good relationships with the people that are in my life, but my best friend is a mom, so she doesn't have hours on end to watch random people's videos and then report back to me to kiki about it. My other best friend is my mom, who doesn't have hours to watch random people's videos and then report back to me to kiki about it. So I might just start a kiki here. And I know I don't have a very large following. I'm working on it. Did I forget that social media existed this week and posted literally nothing all week? Yes, I did. That was me. That's on me. I'm not gonna grow anything by not posting. Mm, But maybe I will try and make some videos about specific people or specific dramas that might be easier to explain than the Jen Dent and the Adam McIntyre situation. Because I don't know how to explain that one without going into, especially now that there are YouTube channels that have been deleted because of this thing. Um, I, I don't know how to like get those videos to show you what I'm even talking about. I'm this far away from my stripe being finished. I thought that I was going to take a lot longer to explain what got me into commentary and drama videos. But I guess 25 minutes isn't bad. It's better than an hour. I just hope that the mic was okay because I'm still not used to the mic. But I did charge it specifically for this video, so tell me what you think about the mic. I guess I love you, Mom. Bye.